Welcome to Shy Sense 773. Thank you so much for checking out my video. For those checking out my video for the first time, I just want to say welcome in. Thank you so much for viewing my video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, I would truly appreciate it. For those that have been subscribers the whole time and for all of my new subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I really do appreciate it. You are really helping my channel grow so well, so I really do appreciate you all. I have an awesome video that I want to talk about. Some of the fragrances that all of the fragrances that I have from a specific house. But before I do that, I just want to jump into this really quick. This is probably like the last time that you can use this, but I actually have one of the bottles that I got from Dossier Fragrances. I'm sure that you've heard of it from any of my past videos. I know there are a lot of other people that have other videos as well, but I just want to explain that Dossier Fragrances is an excellent company to use their fragrances. I have multiple fragrances from the company because I have other fragrances that I don't necessarily want to use up completely. So I have one right here, which if you've never seen the boxes before, they come in boxes like this. It's a plain box that says Dossier, and when you open it, you're going to get a card that tells you everything about the fragrance in general. It also tells you the concentration. It tells you what it's inspired by. I actually also have a decant here of the fragrance, and this one is called Fougere Oudh. This one is a clone of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. So I wanted to do a comparison to see what the difference was in the fragrances, and honestly, it is so close. It's close enough to be able to pass as Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but I absolutely love my Oud Wood as well. I would probably use something like this for travel, or if I was going to the gym. This is an amazing gym scent, all for $39.99 that you get this one for. This one you can get on discounters, but I think it's going to be somewhere around the 200 mark. I purchased this a long time ago, so this was well before that. I think I paid maybe like $289 for this one specifically, but $289 compared to $39.99. I mean, honestly, you can't beat that deal. It's really such a good deal. I also have a 10% off, so it's Shy Sense 10. If you look there, I'll also have it in the description down below. But again, Dossier Fragrances has some amazing fragrances that you should definitely try out. So I'll also leave a link in the description to their website as well. So today's video is going to be on Maison de Darius. So I've actually been talking to Maison de Darius for a while. I found out about him from other YouTubers, and then I purchased a couple of samples. I've actually purchased multiple fragrances from him, but I want to give my tiered ranking of the fragrances that I've purchased thus far. So I've noticed that my ranking kind of changes back and forth with these fragrances. Honestly, one that could be, you know, the very last, could be the first the next day. So it just really depends, but this is what my ranking is today. I'll also talk about the fragrances a little bit as well. So I have 7 fragrances that I've purchased from Maison de Darius. I will go with my number 7th pick. So number 7 for me is going to be Fiore. So as you look at this bottle, this is the 50 ml bottle that I received when Maison de Darius was doing only 50 mils at the time. So this fragrance is at a 50% concentration. It's an extrait. This one absolutely blares. It lasts. This one lasts about 24 hours on my skin. I'll wash it off and still have remnants of it on my skin. So for me, this is a very beautiful fragrance. I think this is a fragrance that you really want to wear in the winter time. Let me give you some of the notes on here. So just going to read off here. The notes for this includes honey, lily, musk, oud, sandalwood, and ylang-ylang. So for me, I get a honey floral fragrance from this. So I get a lot of that ylang-ylang. It also smells pretty similar to me to a Tiziana Terenzi fragrance that I've smelled before. There are, of course, little differences and nuances within this fragrance, but overall, a very smooth and beautiful floral fragrance that a man or a woman could wear. This one is a dress up, dress down, absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I don't want to spray it on me right now because if I do, I know that it's going to last and it's going to project and soak into my skin. But this one with the oil content is so bright and very, very beautiful. Again, this one is Fiore. At my number 6 slot is a newer fragrance from the brand. So this is in the 30 ml bottle design. I actually did a previous video on these fragrances, on a couple of these fragrances, but this one at my number 6 spot is Louisana Zen. So Louisana Zen is this beautiful fragrance that up top you get this fruity, almost like juicy fruit, or not necessarily juicy fruit, but starburst. You get a red starburst up top, and then you get this mixture of vanilla. Let me tell you the notes for this fragrance as well. So the notes for Louisana Zen is tropical fruits accord, which is up top. Then you're going to get woody notes and vanilla. There's also almond at the top. So the mixture of the almond and the tropical fruits gives it this kind of it almost smells like a tropical musky fragrance is what I get from this. Very, very nice, very beautiful. This one lasts a little bit less. So this is at 33% oil content, which is still great, but this one is in the 8 to 10 hour mark, which I am 100% happy about. My thing is that I've tried to wear this in different weather points here and there, and I noticed that it didn't necessarily work for me the way that I would have wanted it to. So I'm still testing this fragrance more and more, but that's the reason why it's at my number 6 spot. So again, this one is Louisana Zen. At my number 5 slot, I have a fragrance that is from the original. So Fiore is from the original, which came out in 2019. This is part of the original collection as well. This one is Onore. So Onore is one of those rose oud type of fragrances. To me, it's very, very similar to Tiziana Terenzi's Gold Rose Oud, but it's not as sharp as that one is. So I've noticed something with Maison de Darius's fragrances. They are very, very smooth. I think they're done very well, and this again is at a 33% concentration. So you're getting your 8 to 10 hours. It's very beautiful. If I spray only a couple of sprays, it's very good for the office, but if I want to choke people out, I'll spray like 5 to 7 sprays. Overall, a very beautiful fragrance. This one's notes include subdued grapefruit, oud, patchouli, rose, sandalwood, and vanilla. So with all of those different notes, again, I get a very, very beautiful burst of rose and oud. The patchouli gives it a little bit of a dirtiness, which is nice, but that sandalwood then comes back and it smooths this fragrance out. What a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I actually wore this a couple of days ago and truly enjoyed it. Again, this one is Onore. At the number 4 spot, I chose Euonia. So Euonia is a fragrance that came out after the fact. So this was part of a, I would say a more expensive line because it was going to be an extrait, but because Zach wanted to make this into something that was affordable for everyone, he brought this one back down to a parfum. So again, this one is at a 33%, which I'm getting 8 to 10 hours as well. Euonia has amber, caramel, musk, oud, sandalwood, jasmine, and vanilla. This is honestly interchangeable for me between like the number 4 spot and the number 1 spot. This one is so gorgeous. I love how he does the mixture of caramel and vanilla in his fragrances. You'll see that later on as I talk about other fragrances as well, but this one is so gorgeous. I honestly kept going back and forth about this to see which one was going to be my favorite. I moved this one to the 4th spot, but I'm sure tomorrow it could definitely be in the 1st spot. But again, this one is Euonia. At the number 3 spot, I have one of the originals. So this one's in a 30 ml, and this one is Notorieta. So Notorieta is this beautiful fragrance that mimics another fragrance. Well, it doesn't necessarily mimic, but it is close to another fragrance that I absolutely love from the original. I was going back and forth between this one and another fragrance, and I was very upset that I did not buy this one at the time because at the 50% oil content, this one blared, projected so well. We're talking almost 24 hours of that beautiful smell of this fragrance. So this fragrance includes amber, oud, caramel, vanilla, and violet. There's something about that violet that gives it this beautiful, I want to say, I'll spray this one on me because I honestly enjoy this one so much. It has this sparkliness to the fragrance. So that violet really brings out some sort of a sparkliness. You get that caramel, that oud. It's so sexy. This is such a sexy fragrance. I think on a man or a woman, this one is so beautiful. If you have not checked this one out, he's also running at 30% off right now. So you can go to his website, which I will link down in the description below, and you can get these for 30% off. I think that goes until the end of the month. So definitely need to be quick on the jump on this one. But again, this one is Notorieta. At the number 2 spot, so I was going back and forth between these two. And honestly, right now, this one is number 2. But at the number 2 spot, I want to bring out Velour. So again, this one is in my 50 ml. This one is so gorgeous to me. Honestly, I've worn this a lot. I've even mixed this with other things. It is so gorgeous. When I smell this, I actually do see kind of a purpley vibe. I think I've said that before in one of my videos, but Velour includes it's caramel, it's amber, and then it's oud. So this one is so sexy. The caramel that's in here is so sweet. It's decadent. You can imagine layers of it just moving back and forth. The amber is so beautiful in this, and then the oud that's in here, it's barely recognizable. So it's not a skanky oud or anything like that, but for some reason this fragrance is so silky smooth. So it almost reminds me a little bit of a velour suit. So you could wear this during the winter time, during the summertime. It's very beautiful, very sexy. I've gotten so many compliments on this one. If you haven't gotten a chance to, this one's also available in the 30 ml, and I believe the 30 mils again are 30% off. But again, at my number 2 spot, this is Velour. Now for my number 1 spot. So again, like I said before, this was a very, very difficult choice for me. But at my number 1 spot, it's going to be Metanoia. So this is part of the newer parts of his collection. I don't know what it is about this fragrance, but it is so sexy. Honestly, I get compliments about this all the time. I've worn this to the gym. I've worn this pretty much at a lot of places, and I have a decant of this. So I bought a decant tester a while back, and then I purchased this one based off of that. But the notes for this one are anise, benzoin, cardamom, cumin, geranium, labdanum, musk, myrrh, orris, patchouli, rose, and vanilla. What a beautiful, beautiful note breakdown. Honestly, I'm gonna spray this one on me too, because this one is so incredible. Wow. It has this sexiness to it. The second that you spray it, it smells so sexy. It almost has a minty vibe. It reminds me of a sexy fragrance that I've smelled from Clive Christian, and I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if it was, I don't think it was X, but it has a little bit of that. Then it has like this minty vibe. It's very, very smooth, very seductive, intoxicating, absolutely beautiful. Honestly, you can get decants, like 5 ml testers of these. I would suggest doing that. You can get that for all of the fragrances. I did that, and that's how I found out I absolutely love this one. So again, at my number 1 spot, this is Metanoia. So again, thank you so much for checking out my video. I really, really do appreciate it. Again, I will put all of the information down in the description below. You can pick up anything from Maison to Darius. I'll also have the Dossier information for you as well. But thank you so much for checking out my video. Have a blessed day and take care.